Welcome back to this session. So in this session we are going to understand AWS EFS. EFS stands for Elastic File System. So Elastic File System is another type of storage for the EC2 instance. We have seen till time the EBS, that Elastic Block Storage. So let's try to understand what is the Elastic File System, and let's try to understand the definition part. So Amazon Elastic File System provide a simple, scalable, fully managed Elastic NFS, that network file system, for use with the AWS cloud service and on-premises resources. It is built to the scale on demand to petabyte without disturbing application, growing and shrinking automatically as you add and remove files, eliminating the need to provision and manage capacity to accumulate your growth. So EFS is a network file system provided by the AWS. The scaling of this EFS is the automatically. So based on your file system you use, so it will automatically add and shrink. So it will grow and shrink, and it can be it can scale till the petabytes of your storage. So you can store as many as data. So EFS basically use the network file system protocol. So it basically manages NFS service by the AWS. It can be mounted with the multiple EC2 instance at a time. So you can mount the file system with the multiple EC2 instance at a time. So multiple EC2 instance can work with the common network file system, that's a NFS. It is very highly available and scalable, but it quite expensive. But it is always highly available and scalable up to the petabytes. So based on your adding the files, it will automatically expand. So no need to judge your capacity. You only pay for the storage you use. So there is no provision of capacity. So whatever you use, that only you have to pay. This service can be scale up to the petabytes, as we already discussed. So how it is works with our EC2 instance. So in this diagram we can see the three different EC2 instance launched in the different availability zone. So US East 1A, 1B and 1C, and there are the common file system, that's the Elastic file system, are attached to these three instance. So the important part is here you can attach the security group. So security group will come between your EC2 instance and EFS, and you have to define the security group to access your EFS. So that is controlled by the security group. So you can add explicitly the security towards the data transfer between your EC2 instance and Elastic file system. So if you understand the use case, so what best use case for the Elastic file system? It's a content management, web serving, data sharing, and WordPress kind of sites. It uses the NFS version 4.1 protocol to data transfer and network file system. It uses the security group to control your access of EFS, which we have seen in our previous slide. So compatible with the Linux based EMI only. So EFS won't be supported your Windows. So it's strictly working with the Linux based file system. Encryption works at a rest. So KMS will be used here for the encryption. And POSIX file system, that's a Linux standard API. So as we discussed, this is basically compatible with the Linux. And file system scale automatically, pay per use, and no capacity planning. So there is no required any capacity planning here. Whatever you use, that only you have to pay, and this is basically automatically scaling. So no need to define your scaling here. If you see the performance and storage class, so in a scaling part, so thousands of the concurrent NFS client can connect with the EFS. So 1000 of your EC2 instance can connect with this file system. So, and this will give the very high throughput, so almost 10 gigabit plus second, that's a throughput it's providing. So this is really great. And go to the petabyte scale network file system, and that is the scaling is doing the automatically. Performance mode, so in the performance mode there is a two mode, that's a general purpose and max IO. So general purpose basically latency sensitive use case, web server kind of configuration you can do with the general purpose. And the max IO, it's a very highly latency throughput and highly parallel, so big data, a bigger file and bigger data processing can be used with the max IO. If you see the storage tier, so storage tier is important. So there are two types, so standard and IA. So standard basically used for the frequently access, IA is basically used for infrequently access. So you can define your tier, so on the certain days you can move your standard storage to infrequent access. So that's a configuration part you can do from the console. So that we'll see in our demo section. So this is basically three key points, that's a scaling, performance and storage tier. So let's move for the demo of the EFS.